Heard they were on long. I will call the meeting to order for Thursday, September 18th, 2025, for the regular meeting of the Lisle Park District Board of Park Commissioners. Can I get a roll call vote?
Sure. Commissioner Wessel. Present. Commissioner Tapella.
Present.
Commissioner Nadeau.
Present.
Commissioner Pereira.
Present.
President Altpeter.
Present. And rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right. No presentations this month. Public comment. Visitors are welcome to address the Board of Park Commissioners. You are asked to raise your hand and wait to be recognized by the board president. When recognized, please move to the lectern, speak into the microphone, and state your name and the item you wish to discuss. It is requested that one spokesperson for a group be appointed to present the views of the entire group rather than have multiple individuals repeat similar opinions. There will be a 5-minute time limit per speaker for public comment. Is there any public comment this evening? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to approve the meeting agenda as submitted for Thursday, September 18th, 2025. Is
So moved.
Second.
there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. I will entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda items inclusive of the September 2025 voucher list in the amount of $452,883.99.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, can I get a roll call vote, Dan?
Yep. Commissioner Wessel. Oh, no, excuse me. Commissioner Tapella.
Aye.
Commissioner Wessel. Aye. Commissioner Nadeau.
Aye.
Commissioner Pereira.
Aye.
President Altpeter.
Aye, motion passes. In your packets, you will see the communications from the Lisle Police Department. A thank you card for their use of the park for the National Night Out. There's no unfinished business this evening. In our new business, an item that we had discussed last month was discussion authorizing staff to place the order for the picnic shelter for the Community Park South Shelter and Trail Connection Project from Ramtech through the Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative. Dan gave us a memo here that he sent earlier via email and is also in front of you for your consideration. Because they don't have the exact pricing as of yet, and I think we discussed this last time, is that if we were fine with it, if there was consensus of the board, approving an up to amount so that we don't delay this, so that we can keep this project moving. You can't, people. I know you want to keep this moving, right? Yeah. So,
Sorry, my only question is if it goes above it, then do you just bring it back to us next month with that amount?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't expect, I spoke to Cody, our representative at Ramtech this afternoon. He's pretty confident in that number. But he just wanted to go one more time, double check before he sends us an official proposal. He said he can do that tomorrow.
got it.
And it was a shipping that they had questions?
That's included, but he wants to just verify that as well. So he thinks it should be within that range. And I told him what my plan was that, I'm going to potentially request up to 550. And he said, that's fine, but we shouldn't expect it to go much over 535.
So it gives us a buffer,
Yep.
just a little bit in case the thing, does
Right.
everybody seem like that? Does,
And where are they located?
It's very reasonable.
Where is it coming from?
It's out west somewhere. Gosh, Oregon. That's right. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you. Yep.
Nice.
But that's included in that price, as is the Sourcewell discount, but he'll give me all the documentation. I expect that tomorrow. And I'll forward that to you so you see it all, and I'll follow up with an email too.
I mean, the bottom line is it's going to be within that realm. I mean, we knew
Yeah.
what it was going to be.
Yep.
Yeah, whether
Yep.
we approve it now or next
Yeah.
month.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gave us an estimate on, because I reported last month too about the installation through, but because we are Illinois and we have to pay prevailing wages, even though they have a contract for installation, they have to get prices from local contractors. And he said the number they got was what, 850, I think, and 850,000 to put to put it up, and he said, that's high. So he said he was funny. He said, I don't want to talk myself out of the installation, but I asked, why don't we'll include that in our bid specifications when we put the whole project out to bid and just compare. And he said, likely we should be able to get better pricing on that than what they can do because they're out west and they've got to get local contractors. And they've worked with Hitchcock Design. They do about between 5 and 8 projects a year with Hitchcock every season. So I will get from Hitchcock to make sure that when we put the project out to bid, that we have contractors that it's not the first time putting together a ROMTech shelter. So he didn't think that should be a problem. And we have a call with Hitchcock tentatively scheduled for tomorrow morning just to touch base. But we're happy that nothing much has changed since we discussed it last month. Just picked like door handles and closers, things like that. So it's still the same concept with the stone veneer and the cement fiberboard and the metal roof.
Right. I will entertain a motion to move to authorize staff to place the order for the picnic shelter for the Community Park South Shelter and Trail Connection Project from ROMTech Inc. through the Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative at an amount not to exceed $550,000.
So moved.
Jeff?
Second.
Jeff made the motion?
Yeah.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any other discussion regarding this?
No.
Can I get a roll call vote?
Commissioner Pereira,
Aye.
Commissioner Tapella,
Aye.
Commissioner Wessel,
Aye.
Commissioner Nadeau,
Aye.
President Altpeter.
Aye, motion passes.
Thank you. Erica is probably rejoicing somewhere. Right.
No, I was super excited. I think almost everybody is, aren't you,
Mhm.
Yeah.
for that?
Great
Um,
project.
And having it for the beginning of the season is wonderful.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to wait for us to have to come back next month to do that. So, which is good. And I appreciate the due diligence of him running the numbers, rerunning the numbers, and
Yeah.
I do appreciate
This
this.
is the first time we've worked with ROMTech and they've been top notch.
Yeah, I would say. Staff reports. We have the indoor recreation space feasibility study, which a report is submitted by Director Garvey in our packets, which kind of outlines the next process that we're at. I think what we'll just look to see if there's any discussion about, I guess, discussion and consensus to move forward with the next steps that that staff has already been pursuing for what we've started, which I guess the next steps are engaging, narrowing it down. If you read the memo
Mhm.
about now we've got all this data, how much are people really willing to spend and what are they really looking for in this building? And what's the feasibility of what we can do there? So that's to engage that beyond the base, the next level
Yep.
to determine where do we go from here with the data we have.
I think this is where we're gonna get the real brunt of the conversation, right? It's
Yeah.
one thing to have this pie in the sky idea. Of course, everyone wants the best we can
Right.
get, but when the rubber hits the road, I feel like what this phase is gonna be.
And there's a max even that we can
Mhm.
request. So I think
Yeah.
that's
Well,
all got to go into that.
Right. And if there's would be potentially future phases with Beyond Your Base, but this is the first step. And if we kind of feel like we're on the right track, and if there's still some traction, for lack of a better way to put it, then we would continue to move forward with that.
And that's part of their input they would give us too, right? Is through this process of, yeah, we feel like we're on the right. we're
Oh,
going the right-
yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly why we're doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I
good.
appreciate staff that you kind of did break it down this way to say like, hey, let's even see, is it worth pursuing to the next level?
Mhm.
Right.
But rather than just engaging us in some
Yeah.
thing that we
Yeah.
can maybe say. And then part of that process, if you saw in here, was that then there's an architectural component with that, with then having
Mhm. And
that
they would do the
engaged as
same-
well
yeah.
as, again, as a beginning
Yep.
for the
preliminary.
purposes of this,
Exactly.
to, I guess, decipher the data.
Mhm.
Okay, so I guess is there board consensus then to have Dan
Yes.
Yeah.
keep going on the track he's on?
Yes.
Yes.
Tim, did you have
Yes.
something?
Oh, I was just gonna say, the comment in here about another park district having a 50-50 chance and then not pursuing it, like, I like that a lot. Just like,
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
don't think any of us have any desire to go through.
Yeah.
Well, it is very expensive.
Oh,
to-
yeah.
To do
All
that.
that and just like one that's gonna like tear the community apart or something like
Exactly.
that. Like, I have no desire to do that. So like getting someone else's voice and like, hey, this is a good or a bad idea. I think
Right.
is a good thing.
And our community has been down a similar path before, so it's a really good idea to make sure that we're really understanding, are we in the same place we were before? Are we in a different?
Twice
And
before.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and that's that. And I would just like to say, you know, just such a testament to you, Dan, that you have all these relationships. This is what we talk about with all the different agencies that you were able to readily reach out, get phone calls. I know I even called you the one day and you're like, I'm on the phone with Lamont. And to get feedback from them regarding the processes that they've went through being in a similar situation. So I appreciate that you always do that extra work behind the scenes for us, like to say, hey, what did you guys do next? So that,
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, to staff, just like you, it's all about instilling confidence.
Yeah.
So, no, I appreciate the sentiment, but you'd think for 30 years or so, I better have some connections.
right. And that they answer the phone too. So
Yeah, yeah, despite that. You knew it was me and you still answered. huh?
there you go. All right. So I guess that's.
Thank you.
You have what you need from us?
So our next event is on the 6th of November, the development.
Yes, that'll be the final presentation from Pros Consulting. Yeah.
Yep. Riverbend Golf Club irrigation system replacement. That is just in here for your information on here. Does anybody have any discussion on that or any questions for Scott?
Mm-mm.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, we're happy where they're saying the estimates are. We were figuring it would be there, but I'm always skeptical, thinking it's going to be quite a bit higher. But this one, we'll see when it's bid out, but they do multiple projects a year, so they're confident with their numbers.
I know we haven't like formally come out with a 26 budget yet, but like I assume, is that about what we had earmarked for it?
We were figuring between between 1 million and 1.2. So it's
Right there.
It's nice to be,
On the low side.
Exactly on it then?
to be near the middle or low end.
And you know, it's one of those things that's like, you look at it and you're like, oh, but you're like, it's a golf course, you gotta have an irrigation
Yeah,
system there, you know what I
exactly.
mean? So.
Replace the
Well,
grass with AstroTurf.
Yeah. Which would be not well received.
Just
Okay.
vacuum it instead of mow.
Exactly. There you go. All right. Does anybody have any questions about any of the other department updates that were submitted? C-SPAR report. Officer reports. I have nothing. Nothing since the last meeting. I don't think anything's really happened.
Do we have to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
That was already approved in the consent agenda.
Okay. Sorry about that.
So we're good. No, that's okay. It's all together. Superintendent Silver with the treasurer report.
Aaron's favorite thing. All of our money is FDIC insured or fully collateralized, so all of our money is at risk. We're right on schedule, generally speaking, with all the funds. Nice thing about the enterprise fund, golf is actually doing 40,000 better this year than last year, and last year was a record year, so, you know, that's really helping out a lot. The restaurant side is, we know where we're at on that, and it's a work in process, so we're okay with that. The goal is to hit about $400,000, hopefully in profit at the end of the year for the golf course. They'll pay the 1.1 million for the irrigation side, so we're hoping that the enterprise fund, plus the last couple of years, should be self-sustaining on paying the whole irrigation right out of the fund balance. So we're doing really good at the current point. And if you got any questions on any of the funds, please let me know.
All right. Thank you, Scott.
If I can just add something with the budget, we are reviewing it in the initial drafts of the budget, and I just wanted to compliment Superintendent Silver again for going through a really thorough process with staff and compiling the whole document. It's the next couple of weeks are going to be busy for us, but Scott is to be commended, I think, for getting us again where we are in a healthy, at least what we're seeing today is healthy, and it's in the black. So it's
Did we
exciting.
attribute the increases to more use, that we had better weather?
For the golf course?
Yeah.
We raise rates, we raise fees.
Okay.
And that's how, I mean, that's pretty much all it is. It's increased fees for carts, residents, non-residents. We raised them, I think, by $1 or $2, and we're going to look to do a $1 or $2 again. Or actually, we're going to do $2 next year to pay for the irrigation system. And the golfers have been very supportive of it. No pushback on carts or anything like that. So it's been well received by the our golfing community.
Wonderful. Because we haven't had a lot of rain this year and I just thought maybe more dry
Yeah.
days led to.
We're hoping for no snow until like December, under December, right, Scott? So you just
Hopefully
keep
we
that
can golf all
Maybe
the
not
way
at
up to
all.
the end of December, yeah. I mean, it's,
California.
right now we're there. We'll have to see how October and November goes, but currently through August, we're ahead of pace.
Well, maybe if we can, next month, we can maybe give a snapshot of like rounds to date, how the rounds to date
Okay.
compared to last year.
We need
just
to see.
it should-
Yeah, that's an easy thing. We can
Yeah.
do that.
Could put antifreeze in that new irrigation system.
That's right.
Well, that helps. It really does, because everyone loves the golf course and
Yeah.
so they're willing to pay to keep it pretty pristine that we have it.
Wonderful.
I can actually send you the numbers tomorrow. I'll call and we can send out an email telling you how many rounds we had, so we don't have to wait.
I'm just
till
curious.
next week.
Just-
And I've heard, and I did have a comment actually from someone commenting on how great it was that we had upgraded those cart paths, some of those areas that they hadn't golfed there in a couple of years. And they were like, wow, it was really nice that you guys have done that work. So apparently it's getting noticed. So thank you.
Thanks you guys for having the vision to trust to do that because it's paid off big time.
Good.
Yeah.
Really looks super nice. And if you haven't been,
Yeah.
come, I'll take you for a ride around the course.
And it saves the equipment too, if we're not, you know.
Well, it also
jostling our
saves
cart.
puddles and
Yeah.
stuff. It was really like a lot of times it'd be muddy and so golfers don't always. do
Kidney
that.
busters.
Makes the experience, believe it or not, just that much nicer than
Yeah,
going
yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
the
for
whole
sure.
But I think people are less apt to complain when they see that their money is actually going to course improvements. And it, as we know, it's been deferred for so long. So the last few years, it's been great to just start pumping money back into
Right.
it.
Wonderful.
Are there any other commissioner reports?
None for me.
Nothing.
All right, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Is
So moved.
there a second? Is
Second.
there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? Motion passes. Meeting is adjourned at 7:17. Wow.